this, but are you saying that the current Attorney General is engaged in bid play?
Pardon me?
Are you saying that the current Attorney General, Mike Wine, is participating in bid play?
I'm suggesting that I don't know if he is, but that the appearance of pay to play obviously is there. I mean, if you look at, this council gets a contract and then you follow the money, it doesn't look good. And based upon that, I'm not saying that the Attorney General, that his office is for sale. I'm not saying that in any way. His office or any previous office. But it's obvious that those who pay into the process, the election process, are granted council status, and those who do not participate in that process, as evidenced by the information Representative Celebrezze brought forth, they're not getting special council contracts. So you can draw your own conclusions. I'm sure we're not going to say that Attorney General Celebrezze, or I should say Attorney General DeWine, pretty close, or anyone else has in the past or has in the future. But I will say that the past and the present, you could obviously, as all of you guys, some of you have written the articles, have clearly stated that there surely is an appearance of impropriety.
I'll say, first, I have much more hair than my late cousin had when he was Attorney General. But that being said, we are not claiming any illegality to take place. We're not making those accusations. What we are saying is that the lawyers, as I can say this being an attorney myself, we're based on a different standard. And the appearance of impropriety as both a public official and as a practicing attorney is always very, very concerning to us. And this piece of legislation would help avoid that appearance of impropriety. And that's why we're hoping that the Attorney General's office and the Attorney General himself work with us to develop some common sense solutions so that we can quell any of those concerns from any resident of the state of Ohio.
And I would think that the Attorney General would want to do that. I mean, the questions have been written in a number of newspapers across the state of Ohio. We've all seen the articles. And I would think that the Attorney General would like to say, hey, you know what, maybe we should put this one to bed. We're doing the right things here. Let's put it in statute. Let's get a process in place. We believe there should be a process, and the door is open. We're willing to sit down with the Attorney General, and we're going to put it in statute that not only this Attorney General, but future Attorney Generals will use.
So does your legislation include specific actions that should happen, or is it simply a placeholder?
It does. It does. The action that we ask that the Attorney General's office of today and the Attorney General's office of the future take would be that it would require, the minute that a bid is placed, so an actual special contract council project is available for bid, the attorney or the law firm submits an actual detailed bill regarding the proposal to the Attorney General's office. At that point, the point that the Attorney General's office receives that letter, they are forbidden from donating to any campaign of the Attorney General or any of the endorsed candidates of the party office holder. Because what we've seen happen in all political parties is that money then sometimes is siphoned through from these firms to other candidates. At that point, they'll be stopped from doing financial donations through their law firm to the Attorney General until the conclusion of that contract or that bid is done. So there'll be a proverbial blackout period of when political donations are being eliminated.
What's to prevent them from just donating after the blackout period? I mean, was just delay the same situation that you're worried about now?
Well, obviously we never withhold anybody from donating their political campaigns of their choice. However, this would definitely avoid the appearance of the pay-to-pay political system because obviously the special counsel work will have to be done before the awarding of the contract. So we'll still be getting qualified and good attorneys to do that work. Obviously, that would be something that an internal officer would take care of afterwards if we think that they're then paying for the work that they've already done outside the scope of their contract.
And that's a very good question. And you can look at how contributions are, and that's why I really believe that we are really open in this process to sit down and come up with the solution to the problem. We see a problem. If we're not suggesting that the Attorney General is doing anything wrong, but if you look at judge races, judges can only take contributions during a specific period of time. Maybe that would be a more appropriate process to use for Attorney General. I mean, we may possibly look at that. We're open for suggestions from the Attorney General's office. We're open for suggestions from our colleagues. But we wanted, I mean, there's obviously an appearance of impropriety. This is a good starting point. But obviously, I think that Representative Celebrezze and myself are more than open to try to find a total solution to the problem. We don't have the total answer here. I don't believe this is a total answer. But it's obviously a good place to start. And without open dialogue, you're probably never going to solve the problem. Obviously, nobody in the past has tried to solve it. And at least we're offering an opportunity for this current Attorney General to step up and say, look, we should do something about this.
And furthermore, with the advent of technology and the movement of the legislature and our Republican counterparts in the legislature to have these wide open databases, the special counsel fees is a perfect example of why we should allow taxpayers to look into what fees are being paid out. Because we are dealing now with private entities and private law firms doing the public's work. And sometimes, a taxpayer can't attribute to how much money was actually being paid out to that law firm. So that's why a crucial part of this bill is maintaining a public database for their use.